so two of my best friends have their birthday today, and I actually need to give them a call. For that reason, I think I'm gonna go on a short break in a moment. Up a highlight video. Let's go for a tiny c-bet and then just be done with it. Wonderful. Right, so it looks like my ISP issues cropped up again. Not sure if you'll get to hear this or not. In any case, I'll go on a short break in a moment. Like 5 minutes. Might be a tad longer than my usual break since I have two birthday calls to make. Sorry. I'm curious if it raised here. It's not a big deal. You're bored. He loves to see it on all that often. Actually gonna call here. Wow. Impressive call, sir. Very impressive. We're not going into the break with a genius bluff, apparently. Right, so it looks like you'll be here. Damn it. Get better straight here too, huh? Looks like you will be hearing this after all. The stream is back on. I will need to go on a 5 to 10 minute break. I'll put up a video, a highlight video in the meantime. Yeah, two of my best friends have their birthday, and I need to give them a call. So how we're doing? We lost that buy in there, unfortunately, which was a little bit unnecessary, putting us down a little bit more than we used to be. Still up roughly 2 buy-ins. Fair enough. Fair enough. So one last hand over here. And when I get back, it will be like another hour, another 2 hours of streaming, I think. Come on, guys, figure it out. would like to play it in my last hand, I did pay the blinds for it. Can be stingy like that. Which is weird because I was posting all week during the Super Splash days. Alright. So I'll put on a highlight video. As I said, it might take me a few minutes longer than usual to get back, but I will be back and will be playing more PLO 20 should you want to watch. Thanks for watching so far and see you in a bit. No, it's fine raising this. I'm not entirely sure if it might actually be a fold to re-raise. So I'll check it out afterwards. Ugh, that's nasty. That's nasty. We do have the top pair, presumably or hopefully some of our two pair outs are good as long as they're not dirty with the flush here. Meh. I think he has played. Oh, he's just having kings. And wow, that is a loose re-raise for liking him. So let me check that out. I have a feeling it might actually need to be folded in that spot. So we were cut off versus MP. King, queen, jack 10. No, raise call is fine. Yeah, and then on that board it kind of plays itself. With that SPR having top pair, hoping that two pair outs are good. Nice. So we're blocking top set, we do have a set, we have the backdoor flush draw. We can put it in here and I think I kind of want to because there's just so many turns that are going to be hard to play and they're going to be much easier to play when I'm all in. Very swingy. 6 buy-ins is not huge though, but I'm glad to hear you want him back. But that's nothing out of the ordinary, luckily. So the original razor and better on the flop folded can only be good news. We don't have a diamond, so he could call with diamonds. Okay. Let's do this then. Yeah, just diamonds, king high. And we double up here. Fully stacked, I would maybe just check here. This, of course, is the dream for bad aces. And there now it helps that we are short stacked. Yeah, he might not have done that deep stacked. He gets there, right, with the straight. Kind of unfortunate. That is pretty nice. Have very decent aces here. Ace, ace, jack, 5, double suited. This dude, large stack, but definitely a green shirt, at least pre-flop, judging by his face. More aces on another table. We have a deep stack in here that is a thing. Wow. Given that, I probably have to check it. Now, if he bets pot, he folds, then I am... Ugh. I have aces on 3 tables, wow. Okay, we make a top pair. Okay, here I'm gonna call once it's heads up. Let this one go. Have aces here as well. Yeah, and him I'm calling with the top pair, so here the money is going in. I think that is alright. Don't do it. No. We had him until then, so me. Did we? Yeah, we did. He's still at an excellent amount of outs, but I don't... Especially having seen his hand, I don't regret the call. Here he led, I called once. More aces. What else? Like 4 aces. Aces 4 times, I should say. This one we take down. Wait. How did he take that down? Did he have a queen? Oh, he had a 9. Oh, fair enough. We're just not getting anywhere with aces here. I mean, I'm not folding, so let's hope he doesn't have spades. I've seen the spot. I think I remember the spot. I talked about this one with Kippery, where he said I can't check here, I can't fold here. Let me know if that's correct. Cloud! Hey, welcome back, Cloud! Wow. Just the nuts on the river, huh? Kinda doubtful that we get any more money in here. I'm hopeful that we can move some chips around, hopefully in our direction. Of all the turns, this is a pretty nice one. So now I'm not folding even for full pot. Kind of feel like that has a decent chance of succeeding. Right on. Damn, Cloud! Grab the bottom of the pen? That doesn't sound like fun at all. That's awesome. Finds a raise. No, I don't even mind if you come along. Let's win a big one. Or let's at least play a big one. It's gonna be greedy. No need to wait here to putz around. He's never folding. And he has a low... Hang on. Talking to myself, apparently. And we're back. Right, thanks for the few of you who stuck around. Appreciate it. And I completely understand that the rest hasn't. I wouldn't have. Right, let's play some more poker, however. For a relaxed ending of the stream, brought myself a beer. I will take it easy. So... some more tables would be good. Damn it! All the seats are taken currently. Bring up some PLO 10 tables then for the meantime, so we have more than one at the very least going on for us. I'll keep an eye out for micro gaming tables. Yeah, sorry for the slightly longer break than usual. My best friend has his birthday and my... God, what's in English? My in-law, the wife of my brother. I'm not even quite sure what it would be in German. Yeah, she has a birthday too today. Pot, I'm all for that, sir. Let's pot it up a little bit. To that end, we are sitting on 3 tables currently, all of them PLO 10 for the time being. Until we get some spots at PLO 20 again. So we're doing... Yeah, you know what, actually, we're down 20 on RunItOnce. It means in total we are up only like a little more than 1 buy-in. Oh well. I think that's fair enough. Most of the losses recently were self-inflicted. And we kick it off with King, 10-9, double suited. Certainly a fine hand. If he comes over the top, we shall do so yet again. Even without the ace, blind versus blind, I think this is fine. I'll double check up on it, but... I think that's the move here. Yep, it is indeed. Ugh. Of all the boards, we get this one, no? Well, first of all, cheers. So all the double-suited kings with any ace, any side card. Queens, jacks, 10s, jack 10, jack 9, and 10-9. All of these get raised here, blind versus blind. If you're new to PLO, don't do that versus... let's say you're on the button or cutoff versus the under the gun, then it's just a call. Want to be careful even with double-suited kings there. Now we're gonna go for the bluff. It is a nice run out in a 3-bet, 4-bet pot actually, to go for that bluff. But rather exciting up here on that PLO 10 table as well. And we get it done. Nice. It's a line that screams we have the nuts, but... the shot. We do get called, however, by an ace. Ace 10, I guess. Alright. And table start a PLO 20 table. Because why not? Heads up, the king might just be enough. Turns out it is. The ace queen 10-5. Double suited, sure. Certainly gonna raise the river. Should he bet again? That's the pot. How nitty is it to just call? Probably pretty nitty, right? Alright. Get the... open in a straight flush, 10 high flush in the end. What do I know about heads up? But still, even my internet shone through there a little bit too much. Just raise and probably call it off. Wait. Fuck. Oh, this must have been a table where I was deep earlier. Just noticed that I'm sitting with a stack of 5 buy-ins there. Surprised me for a moment. This is a bit way too thin. Not just a bit, this is way too thin, my bad. However, this guy is fun. Yeah, we'll let this go now. Shouldn't have been in this one in the first place. Your emote game is on point of the bar. Cheers indeed. Yeah, Prost, as the Germans would say. Ooh. Aces, huh? This one we're letting go. Yep. That one's pretty short. Did have to straight, alright. So I don't call down there a lot. Might have been the beer already having an effect. So didn't quite read my hand right here. Didn't realize I had a pair of kings. Otherwise I would have 3-bet pre. I don't know. That's fine. Let's check. Yeah. So it turns out that 9954 is indeed fine and is indeed a race call. Okay, pedo to our left here. This is not an auspicious start. But I dig the turn. Yeah, having him to our left, maybe not so great. Third table started another table, sitting now on 6 tables once again. Half of them, for now, still PLO 10. So there's one dude sitting out. I think it's fine, given the fact that it's double suited. Check up on it. It basically puts us in MP, right? Also, I'm gonna call a raise. Let's see what the matrix has to say about that spot. It's 6543, I believe. Perfect rundown. Yeah. And that's fine. Does get played and gets raise called. Here we are just giving up. Let's With the 7 rainbow board, I think we are fine-ish. Keep betting here. Decided to go for the bluff now. And take it down. So we are 3 base now, queen turns. At that point we'll just let it be. And gets checked into us twice, so we start betting. You're coming in with the raise, gets with the bet, gets called, getting out of the way. Limp raise, huh? Alright. Took it down on the queen jack jack board. The kings in my hand. Jack 4, hit a straight. Pair 5s, right? Pair of 8s. Okay. That was through the ace queen 10 deuce on the button. Maybe call, which I think is fine. Up the pair and the gutter to the nuts. So he took a while and then checked, she checked. Sorry about that. Checked instantly. I think there's a decent chance we take it down. If we bet here, we do take it down. Right on. Ooh, there's actually PLO 200 going on in Rio. 4 entries. Neato. And some NL20, some NL4. Still 16 entries at PLO 10. Only us at PLO 20, that's unfortunate. And 19 at PLO 50. What's happening here? Limping? No, let's not have any of that. Giving us a gutter, both backdoor flushes. With the 2 backdoor flushes, I think we want to see a turn. Not gonna bluff this guy. Airbaits and better. Oh. I thought I was at least suited to the queen when I called. Obviously I'm not, so that makes this a clear fold pre-flop. My bad. Ooh. Not flush blocker, but 4 ways. You just let this one pass us by. Over here we got raised, flopped, and not flush draw. Here limped with some extra money in the middle. Let's certainly take one off. Giving us a pair. He calls pretty quickly, both pairs, and has 3 clubs in the end. Gonna see a decent amount of checks behind. We do, but he has the 9, alright. Wait, what? You called with the what now on the turn? Really, wow. Don't quite get it, but fair enough. Here, we're letting it go. And here he is, take it down. Poor river bluff, probably a good idea there. We get to try again with aces. Okay. I think that qualifies as a good board for us. He basically never hits this board. Probably, so seeing that we have the aces, I think it's not unlikely shows up with kings, queens. If you can get a call out of these. And it's just so hard to get extra money out of that one I feel. Betting raising the flop ends the hand right there pretty often. Ooh, it's Pedo. Alright. We're not folding this if he comes over the top again. And without a spade, we just potted with top 2. Alright. Don't have 9s. Nope. We don't. Okay. Oof, not anymore. Need an ace or 10. So nice hand for him, but definitely on the looser end. That flop move. Well, he had the backdoor flush draw. I don't know what I would do in his shoes, to be honest. It's a good question. But he's certainly showing again that he's willing to put in money with way less than nuts, to put it mildly. Ditch the 1 PLO 10 table on micro and change it for PLO 20. Check once more. Up and check here. Go for the sort of min-raise. Unfortunate. Which probably means we wouldn't have gotten any more money out of him. Umberto also looks pretty active. Might be a fun player to have on our table. All right. Get raised here, we'll let it be. We get caught, we shall be careful down the road. Right. We really shouldn't hit straights here all that often. Yeah, the ace with queens. Okay. Over here, we check the flop, he bet, we call, tournament check. Strange. Set? Yeah. Not a huge shock. To let this be. It's a little bit too good to just call even in the big blind. Raise and call a 4-bet. Out of position, we are betting a little bit bigger. That's a decent card. So we block Queen Jack, which is good. Don't block as kings, which is certainly something you might show up with. There's too much money in the middle. He did have the kings with the 10. Bit unfortunate. But I had the 10. On the other hand, I was blocking the nut flush draw, the missed nut flush draw. Wouldn't have shown up with that one. I don't know. I think there's a bit too much money in the middle to just let it be. But don't quote me on it. So we're not blocking spades, we're blocking straights a little bit. Spades roll off, unfortunately. Yeah, so we were right on track there. And just got foiled by a nasty river. Oh, I think somebody followed while I was away. PLO addicted. Cheers, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry for the late shoutout, just noticed right now. That's a proper and fitting nick for this channel. So we certainly lost a bunch. I think we're only breaking even, if that, at this point. No, actually we're down a little bit. We're down a buy-in. Bit unfortunate. That one going for us, and this is definitely a raising hand as well. Flop, I got her down here, down there, not much else. And here we see a raise, sort of a min raise type of deal. And we have a wrap and a flush draw. Decent question. I think we just put it in if he bets. We could have led ourselves too. Yeah. Yep. Up against a set V and a better flush draw, unfortunately. Makes a full house when the flush rolls off for us. It's a bit of a pity. But we were doing relatively okay. Except for the higher flush draw out there as well. So, him calling is of course a no-brainer. What did the other dude have? That Jack with a flush draw. Queen Jack Jack with a flush draw. Okay. It was a bit of a pity that guy left. He might have been fun. That's not. Not with Pedo in the mix, who is pretty happy when it comes to the 3-betting. Brew. He checks. Now that's a pretty good sign. And we block the nuts now. I think I'm gonna start turning this into a semi-bluff at this point. Make this sizing where we can still make them think on the river. Off the river. That'll work too. Alright. Get raised. Well, this one we're certainly able to call. 4 Broadway cards. Through to the ace. And flop a top pair. Backdoor flush. Seems to be fine. So that 5 definitely doesn't hit his range. He's claiming otherwise. Curious. Just curious. Not gonna go into a bluff, like aces are still always calling. And that hand turns out we beat. A little bit of a strange turn bet. In my mind. Also still sitting at 6 tables, 2 of them PLO 10 for the time being still. No seats have opened up in the meantime. And this is the tail end of the last stream before the long weekend I'm gone on a fishing trip. And so there will be no streams until at least Monday, possibly Tuesday. The home games will take place, but it will take a couple of days for me to be able to transfer the money, i.e. until Sunday. Unless I forget Sunday. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna put the disclaimer in there that I might. In which case I'll have the money transferred on Monday. This new table might be fun down the road. Oh, never mind, the other red tech left. We have this one, we have Pedo Bear on the table. And speaking of fun, we have aces down here. Up here, let's check it once more. We do turn a double gutter and a pair. See betting small. That's half pot and 2 people, we'll let it go. Called pretty quickly. There are a bunch of draws out there. It's unfortunate we have the ace of clubs, but I'm willing to go to give it another go. Quite often the second barrel does take it down, more often than not in fact. And on the queen we give up. And that would be the nuts for us, barring straight flushes of course. So I think something like another half hour, 40 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then I'll call it a night, call it a week. Hopefully back in profit by then. Right now, I don't think we are. No. Like 25, 30 bucks, something in that neighborhood. Bit of a pity, we were up quite a bit and then I squandered a lot of it needlessly. This time it wasn't a case of the dealer being a little bit mean, it was self-inflicted. Right. Down here. He way underfolds to 3 bets, so I'm actually just gonna call. Holding frequency to 3 bets of 20%, which admittedly the sample size is really small there. But still. And on this one we are going to check raise, I believe. They're gonna bet here. And I'm not letting the opener go here against PLO. We'll just roll with it. Usually I don't. Against him, I don't terribly mind. Okay. Unfortunately makes a full house. King was decent for us, even though he did have 2 pair. This guy is just a little bit too loose, a little bit too crazy. Need to fold it there. With a decent amount of money in the middle, I already have a bind in the middle. See a raise, huh? Oh, I don't mind. Or tank for a moment and then of course come over the top, play for it all. With the top set, not blocking spades. Ideally he has pocket tens, which he does. And he's drawing 2-1 out at this point. You know. Put us back to even on Rio, almost still down like 10 bucks on Rio. Fair enough. Sorry, 4 bucks. Duh. The other guy calls, we can call if he doesn't. The gutter on top. I think with the gutter we can probably call for the sizing much bigger and we just need to let it be. Yep. I mean, you know what? Leading out, seeing that we're at the absolute bottom of our range, wouldn't have hated it. Would have worked too, incidentally, but that's besides the point. I think it might have been a decent spot to do just that. Big blind extra in the middle, €1 here at the PLO 10 table. Okay, that answers that. On another PLO 20 table on micro. Which one of the PLO 10s? Questions which one? On the whole, probably ditching that one. Passive, tight passive. Yeah. That's the superior choice. Nice hat. So, over here, we start off with a check. And if bet, even if Pedo bets, we'll let it be. Giving us a double gutter now. Alright. That's a little bit too large. Here, double gutter. Yeah. Oh, looks like Pedo might be ending his sessions. At least he left 1 or 2 tables. I hope not. Love to get a buy-in or 2 back from him. We're definitely up against this guy. Even though he took us for some buy-ins. The open-ender backdoor flush draw and a pair in our hand. Okay. For the pot, really. Last turns go, that one is quite nice, giving us the nuts currently. We have a nice starting hand up here, don't have a nice flop. He finds the fold, good for him. Yeah, letting this be. And aces and eights. Here, double suited. Worth a raise and no mistake. On the what is still the off-screen table, hang on a bit over. Turn the nuts, take it down here with the 3-bet. You get called. Curious. But have the same sizing with bluffs here, 10s, kings. Really? I'm just gonna call, we're gonna split this so often. If he has blockers, if he's turning it into a bluff, then he's not gonna call our raise. So we just call ourselves, yeah. Saving a bit on rake there. Over here we got a flush. Down to 300 here. No fun player left. Okay, we'll ditch this, substitute for another table. get very nice double suited aces on another table. Two pair here with a spade blocker. These are the aces I was talking about. Checks really quickly again. Alright. That'll work. Get called quickly, however, there are a bunch of draws which we're not blocking at all. So, I think betting again is the move. He leads now, really. Really? Nice. Up here, let's start off with a check. That 8 certainly isn't helpful. Against the cutoff range in particular. Yeah, the SPR is gonna be too low to hope for a spade rolling off, which would be the only way for us to put a bluff in here. Try to take it down. We'll leave it be. We are making a small comeback, aren't we? No, actually we're not. Oh, we lost an all-in. Yeah, I remember. So we're still down 2 buy-ins, unfortunately. I guess with rake back a little less, 1.5. Yeah. Fair enough. About this one, I honestly haven't the faintest idea with the dangler. 3 of the 4 cards were really nice. Let's see. 7 deuce? No. All the 4 cards need to work together. With those rundown type of hands, even on the button. So noted. It was way off the mark. Certainly isn't. And we got aces over here as well. This one 3 ways. Have a gutter and a little bit of a blocker with the 10. Checking is fine. Jack rolling off. Here the 6. Decent. Another 6. Oh. So he bets. You know, Healy. What? Alright. Okay. Ended up calling here, sorry. Because we do have the gutter ourselves, we do block the trade ourselves. And we're still good. Very happy to see that he didn't decide to bet once more. Put us in a pickle, and frankly, we wouldn't have been able to call. Here we still take it down with the trips, that's good to see. Okay. Any tentative plans I had for bluffing go out of the window once he bets pot. We did make some money back, bringing us a little bit closer to breaking even again. Queen 10-9, 4 double suited, sure. That's a pretty decent flop for our hand. Rainbow boards. Flushes. Alright. More often than not, I just check call. This time I elected to go for the aggressive option, and we do turn the nuts currently. No redraws. And that's perfect. We flop the gutter, which would be two nuts, whole bunch of blockers for future straights, and two backdoor flushes. Love to see a turn. Never mind. Now that's more like it. 10 high rundown, double suited. Would actually be a candidate to 4-bet as well, sometimes. Matter of fact, if he does come over the top, I will. So I'd much rather play this one heads up. Then I could just flop the worlds. The nuts with a redraw to full house and backdoor flush. So against this raise size, we're not just calling, we're putting it in. And here's a flush draw. Gets there right away. We need help. And don't get it. So here at the 9 with the ace high flush draw, that seems adventurous. Come over to see what did he have exactly. So we had 2 pair and the flush draw. Personally, I think I would have waited for the turn. Would have made any difference. The turn would have given him the flush and one in the hand. Fair enough. Up top 2 here, single raise pot. Here, once the board pairs, we'll still let it go. Sitting on a pure draw. Bunch of nutted outs, not straight outs, not the nuts anymore. But yeah, that's the better move. Fortunately, a spade crawls off. I think with better 2 pair, it's still call you a decent amount of the time. With the ace-6, we're still beaten by the ace-jack, ace-king. Here we're gonna start bluffing now. With a diamond with the 8. We're fine c-betting. Comes over the top, things get interesting. Here we're blind versus blind, have a middle pair. Checks the flop, huh? Right. So spades missed entirely, which we don't have at all. Just thinking, like, what would I do if he bets Queen 5? Queen 5 to spades and played it really carefully. Okay. I think as long as we keep this one to raise fold, it's still fine. I might as well check. Yep. Raise fold confirmed. Okay. I think with the diamond, with the 7, blocking straight draws a little bit, it's probably okay. Might be a case of oversea, might well be a case of oversea betting. And if he does come over the top, we just let it be. Yep. Happier times down here. And here, after I called the under the gun open, is King 10, 7, single suited to the ace. I think we call that raise as well. Yep, especially closing the action now. That'll be interesting down the road. And it's definitely a pity that this guy is in here. On the other hand, he is pretty wide from his stats. And we're still gonna just raise it up. We'll lose this guy pretty much always. He is the question mark in this hand. No? You come... What? Really? Don't tell me you have those queens. That would be nasty. No, the queen 5. That's even nastier. We need a 7. Oof. That was definitely unexpected. And a little bit sad. Oh, well. So should put us around 2.5, 3 binds in the hole. One of them we got a bit unlucky with the run out. No, actually a bit more. Wow. Didn't notice that. So we're down 84 minus rakebacks, like 70 bucks. 3.5, roughly 3.5 buy-ins. Too bad. Oh well, I'm not gonna force it. If you're not gonna end up on top on the session, then so be it. Not gonna go on for too much longer. Like another 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna call it a session, gonna call it a week, and prepare for my fishing vacation. Yay! Yeah. Was it blind versus blind spot if I just checked? And on the queen 5-5 board, there's not really much to do. We're ahead of the 3-better, like pretty much always there. Sometimes he shows up with queens. Sometimes he shows up with that exact hand. Ace king, what was it? Ace king queen 5, which is certainly a fine hand. He played it well. And had a decent flop for it. Uncle Schnitzel! Good to see you. Good to see you. Bunch of nice hands. Lobbing 2-pair here. Now, I think we benefit more from protecting our hand than by giving a free card. Nice. Keep an eye on the clock. Yeah, let's say until like 25:30, and then we'll call it a night. And Anker Schnitzel, of course, being somebody I know very well in real life. So good to see you. Big blind is pretty tight, small blind is a question mark. Called, so at least we're gonna have position on him. And gonna check behind here. He is foldy post-flopped. Well, at least that's what the few stats we have on him indicate. Right. Okay. To beat a bunch of aces. Okay, there's not much to do against that. The 8-7-7-3. I guess he had a flush draw on the turn and a pair of threes. Seems a bit wild. Oh well. Not too sure about this one with the dangler. We have nice suits, a little bit of connectivity between the king 10-8. Let's see. Also not a spot I looked into extensively, like what my calling range is there in the big blind. The button open. So I also couldn't tell you. King 10, 8, 3, it's close. The 8-4 still gets called. The ace 3 just doesn't. Just gets folded. The Braceman here in just in time indeed, because the stream is gonna end pretty soon. Yeah, perfect timing. Good to have you, Bracer. And thanks for the well wishes. It will be a good trip, I'm sure. I'll post this time around. I'll try to post some pictures, like some more pictures of just the bacon meal we're having, which we're not having this time around on this trip. But I'll do my best to post some pictures this time around on Twitter and on Discord, I think, as well. At the very least in the evenings when we get back. That's pretty nice. So at this point, I highly doubt that we would be able to turn this session around into a profitable one. It's not a huge deal, we're not down like that much. The Queen of Diamonds. With a raiding party of 3. Thank you very much, Queen of Diamonds. How's your quest for streamer level 2 going? And everybody, if you like, check out the Queen of Diamonds. She is a super nice person, streams no limit micro cash games. You can follow her on a journey up the stakes. And you shall be entertained on her channel. I like the Queen of Diamonds a whole lot. Nudist 30. Going all commando on that name. Thank you very much for the follow, Nudist. Cheers. So, to everybody coming over, my name is NutRaisin. I play PLO. I used to say play PLO 50. Unfortunately, I needed to move back down, so now we're playing PLO 20. Today's results notwithstanding, doing so pretty nicely. Been playing, including today, for 4 days again on PLO 20. And we're up, I think if we deduct our today's losses, we're still up like 16, 15 binds or something within 3-4 days, which is alright. Definitely alright. So cheers and welcome over, everybody. Unfortunately, you catch me at the tail end of my stream. I'm going on a fishing trip tomorrow, and while I'm here, usually streaming 5 to 6 days a week, I shall not be streaming for the next, I don't know how many days, until at least Monday, possibly Tuesday, depending on how exhausted I am when I get back. That's on the 6, huh? This guy hasn't really stepped out of line so far. Just let it be. Up here, it's not a great flop. Here we get raised by Mr. Pedo Bear, who is really active. We're a little bit too deep, I think, to... So he's certainly raising a lot of draws. And we don't have a time bank here, duh. Then in that case I'll just let it go. Check raise. Well, he is among the more active boarding on crazy side, but not with this check raising, so I don't mind having folded. However, we turn interesting now. Huh. Now what? Down here we flop, really exciting. So no dice was a huge turn for us, but we can't get anywhere on the river. And just let it be. And Von Kartoffel, who we're up against here. Who flopped a straight, really? Really? This was waiting for a safe turn, didn't like the turn and let it go. Or just checked it. Okay. So glancing at the clock, I think it's about time to end the stream today. One more orbit on our tables. And it's not going to be a happy ending. We lost a little bit there recently and are subsequently down, well, without rakeback 5 binds on microgaming. On here, we have a wrap flush draw, and with the front and backdoor flush draw, I'm going to bet here, and if he chooses to, we get it in. Without the hearts, I probably would check behind. So with rakeback, it's still putting us down at like 4.5 binds in the red for today. Fair enough, fair enough. Can't really argue with it. I squandered a lot of pots needlessly somewhere in the middle of today's stream. Recently we lost a few spots where it just was the way it is. I don't think I made too many major mistakes recently. Yeah, fair enough. And a few hands left to play. Who knows? Maybe we get to quadruple up at one table. Flopping trips is a decent start. Probably a board I can do a lot of checking on with the trips. There was no danger of getting drawn out on. No straights, no flush draws out there. Usually a fold. But now that we're getting such an amazing price, maybe one of the last hands of the day, let's see a flop. It's not to our liking, we shall be careful. I will, off the bar, I will. I'll have some pictures coming up on Twitter and Discord. Very fine hand pre-flop, very underwhelming flop, unfortunately for it. Zefzor 82, thanks for the follow, cheers! Bringing us up to a nice even and round 1,130 followers. Cheers, Zefzor, thanks for that. Appreciate it. And as I said, I'll be back on, what, Monday? Possibly Tuesday. That before. We'll see. Nah. I thought about going in for the bluff. Okay. So, also a hand I don't raise under the gun, but since it's my last hand of this week, I figured why the heck not. We do flop a little bit, I'd say. We flop 2 pair and a flush draw. Actually, an open-ended straight flush redraw and a full house redraw. That's close. It's kind of nice for a hand, having a 4th club roll off. It's a 6, it's not the 6 we were looking for. And now what if he bets? It really looks like a value bet. We went for 3 streets, huh? Oh, now. Alright, let's see where we stand. The second hands. Fair enough, fair enough. For the last hand of the day, kind of fitting that we don't take it down. Right. That shall be it for today. Everybody, thank you very much for watching, for keeping me company. We're down officially around 4.5, 5-ish pints, I believe. We'll try to make up for it on Tuesday. At the latest, possibly Monday. Until then, thanks for watching. Let's find somebody fun to host. And thanks Queen of Diamonds for the raid, Nudus Zefzor for the follows, and everybody who followed earlier and subscribed. Yeah, more PLO 20 action coming up next week. Until then, I hope you have a good end of the week, a good weekend. I'm sure I will do so as well. I'll post some updates on Twitter, and I'll see you next week, should you choose to. Cheers. Thanks for keeping me company.